Hi everyone, welcome to our video this week. This week I'm going to share a card with you using the Sale-a-bration stamp set, Thanks a Bunch. So this one is free when you spend $50, and it is a great stamp set. Let's take a look close up. Now at first you might say, I am not really a gardener, I don't really care about carrots, but hopefully by the end of my video you'll see that there is a lot more to the stamp set and maybe you'll consider adding it to your order. The first thing I want to point out is there are quite a few sentiments in this stamp set, and they're not necessarily related to carrots or gardening. Some of them are, but like the thanks, the love you, there's no one quite like you, hey there. You can even do thanks a bunch with like a bunch of flowers or something instead. So there are lots of options just with the sentiments in the stamp set. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to show you a few other samples of things you can do with this, with these carrot images that aren't even carrots. So that's kind of cool. I'm also pairing that stamp set with this one today. It's called Easter Bunny, and I think they go together perfectly. Obviously, the bunnies like to eat carrots, so that's kind of a fun thing. And this is part of a stamp and punch bundle, so it's the Easter Bunny punch. Oh, upside down. There we go. So that will punch out this image in the stamp set. And you may have seen some of my posts about this, but we have two punches in our mini catalog that have sold out. One of them's coming back, but the other one's sold out for good, the Clover punch. And a lot of people are predicting that the Easter Bunny punch is going to go next. For some reason, our punches do not come back in stock as quickly as some other items, and so if they sell out before the catalog is done, sometimes they don't have enough time to get them back in before the catalog sales period is over. So if you like this stamp set and you think the punch is cute, I would not wait to get it. Get it now while it is still available. Okay, so here is our cute card that we're going to make today using the bunnies and the carrots. I do have a new host code this month, and this week if you shop with me, any order of any amount, I'll send you a PDF tutorial on how to make this card. If you spend more than $50, you will earn a Sale-a-bration reward, so you could choose this Thanks a Bunch stamp set. And if you spend more than $75, I'm also going to send you a free package of Glossy Dots, which we'll use on our card today, but they come in 4 colors. Bright, fun colors, perfect for spring. So keep that in mind. I will post a shopping link in the description of the video. And if you like this stamp set or you like the bunny and you want to get it, make sure you shop this week, and you can choose the carrots for your reward and get a little gift from me too. Okay, so for our card today, we're going to stamp the carrots as our background, and we're also going to use one of the carrot stamps for our grass, which is kind of cool. So let's start with that piece actually. Let's start with the bunny piece. I have cut this square with our stylish shape dies, and we are going to use this texture from the carrots. You can add this for some extra dimension when you stamp the carrots, but we're going to use it today to stamp our grass. Now there is a little grass image also in the Easter Bunny stamp set, so you could use that too. But I thought it would be fun to show you a different use for these carrots. So we're going to pull out 2 green colors. I have Granny Apple Green and shaded, or not shaded spruce, Garden Green. So Granny Apple Green and Garden Green. And we'll start with the longer image first. And I'm just going to put a scrap paper underneath because I will probably go off the edge a little bit. And my Granny Apple Green is not super dark. I need to re-ink it, and I need to double check if I have this color in re-inker. I have slowly been trying to add to my re-inker collection, but I'm not sure I have this one yet. So I'm just going to kind of stagger that grass a little bit across the bottom, and you can even add in some more if you want, and then we'll close that up, and I'm going to do the shorter piece in Garden Green just to add a little bit more color. So now I have the shorter texture from the carrot. And I'm just going to add a little bit of that in there like that. Okay, so that's all I need to stamp on that piece. And good thing our bunny's going to cover that up because I smudged it a little. Okay, so I just have a scrap of white here for my bunny. And I'm going to stamp him in my Memento. You'll want to use our Memento ink pad if you're coloring with our Stampin' Blends markers, and we are going to do that just a little bit today. So I'm using that ink pad. I believe it's currently out of stock, but it should be coming back in soon. And I bet a lot of you already have your black ink pad. Okay, the bunny does not take much coloring because I'm going to make him a white bunny. But I am going to use my light petal pink and just color in his ear. And you could make a different colored bunny if you want. I decided to keep it simple and keep him white today. And then this is a little trick I've seen. I didn't come up with it myself, but we're going to just color with our light pool party. And I'm just going to color all the way around the edge of the bunny. So this kind of creates kind of a shadow, but it's more kind of to ground him, I guess. I don't know. It looks better when you do this. That's all I know. And it's a tip, I forget where I saw it. Sometimes you can just do it like on the bottom to give a little shadow that whatever you are coloring is sitting on top of something. But I decided to do it all the way around my bunny. And the only thing you want to be careful of is to not get any of the pool party actually inside your stamped image, because you don't want a pool party bunny. But it does not matter how thick you go around the outside edge because we're going to cut him out. Okay, so he's pretty easy to fussy cut. This particular bunny does not fit in the punch. You could use the one that fits in the punch and then you could punch him out. But I just fussy cut him with my paper snips. And here's a little TV magic. Here's one that's already cut out. So you can see there is that pool party edge around him. And if you look at the card, it just kind of pops him out a little bit, which is nice. Okay, so I'm going to add him to that square with some dimensionals. And we'll make sure we cover up our green smudge from before. And make sure he's sitting in the grass. So he's not exactly centered because I wanted to make sure I got over that little part, but that's okay. And then I have a tiny little piece of pool party here. This is cut 1/4 inch by 1 1/4. And I'm going to get out my Memento black again. And I'm just using one of the sentiments from the Thanks a Bunch stamp set, the Hey There. Because I thought it looked like the bunny was just kind of sitting there thinking, hello, hey there. Okay, so this one is super tiny, so I want to use my mini Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm going to put it right over here. So on this end, we'll put a dot of glue so that it lays flat on that part, because the bunny is already popped up. But I'm just going to stick a couple of our tiny mini dimensionals there, and then we'll get out our green glue and just do a little dot. I prefer the Stampin' Seal, but this piece of paper is so tiny that the seal is even a little bit wider than that. So here we go. Okay, so there is our focal point of the card, our little bunny. Now we need to create this background piece with the carrots. So I have another piece of white here, and this one measures 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to get out my pumpkin pie ink for the carrots. I think this is the perfect carrot color. But you can use a whole variety of colors. Have you ever eaten the rainbow carrots? We've grown them in our garden a couple of times, and I love growing the rainbow ones. They are orange still on the inside, though. At least the ones we've grown. And they kind of turn orange when you cook them. All right, so the only thing I'm doing here is I am leaving space in between and kind of eyeballing it. Oops, and I got a smudge. I'm going to turn it over. I have to be more careful of that because that happened to me the first time too. Not to push too hard. I, of course, have my foam mat underneath to give a cushion to this photopolymer stamp. Okay, and then my other carrots are going to be upside down and kind of go in between here. So I'm just making a pattern with the carrots. Let's see how I did this. Like that, and then we need a few at the top. Like that. And one more over here. Okay, I think, you know what, maybe I'll do one more over here, just the edge of him, like that, and, oh, I got a smudge. All right, that's okay. It will be all right. Okay, now we have to add our leaves, so I'm going to come back in with my Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to add the leaves on top of my carrots. So I'll do these first, and you can kind of make it go off to the side a little bit. However it fits in between the other carrots is basically what you want to do. And I'm going to add some leaves down here. Even though there's no carrot there, we can imagine that the top of the leaf is there. And then I'm going to turn it over so I can do my other carrots. And you see it kind of fills in and makes a nice background. Okay, I think I got them all. So now we are going to pull in this other leafy image from the stamp set. And I am going to do this one in my garden green. Now you'll notice on this one, the stem is a little bit longer, and I want this top leafy part to kind of match up with here. So if I did it like that, that's going to go into the carrot. So I just grabbed a Post-it, and if you just stick the Post-it where the carrot is, then you can go like this, and it'll just line up with the top of the carrot. So that's a kind of a neat little trick. Super easy, and then you don't have to worry about getting it too far on your carrot. This one I don't have to do because that is hanging off the edge anyways. I'm going to kind of go over my orange smudge, and now I got a green smudge. Well, that is real life, right? Okay, then we got to do these. You'll be more careful if you make this card because you will be going slower than me. So I'm sure those smudges will not happen to you. There we go. Okay. Now you can decide which way you want your carrots to go. I kind of wanted my carrots that were in the center to be the ones that were going the correct way. So, well, I guess you won't see those too much anyways. It depends where you place them. So I can decide, well, that smudge is there, so maybe we'll put that at the bottom. Then people's eyes will not be so drawn to my smudges. Okay, I have a piece of garden green that I'm going to put on here as a mat, and that is just a little bit bigger than my white piece. It's 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So I'm going to put that mat on here. That's my green mat. And then I have a pool party card base. So we'll attach our carrot piece like this. And then I'm just going to do this flat. You could pop it up with dimensionals if you wanted to. I didn't want it to get too bulky since I already used dimensionals on the bunny. So there's that. And then we're going to just finish off with a few of our glossy dots. And these are Pool Party also, so they match our card. And we'll just add a few on there. These glossy dots are such fun colors. So remember, if your order goes over $75 using my host code, I'll send you a free package of these. And they'll ship to you separately from your order. I'll send them to you after I close out the host code. So there you go. There is our card. Cute, right? And you can see this one I started my carrots over a little farther, so that might be better than you can see it on the side, but kind of a fun little background made just using the stamps. Okay, I told you I was going to show you a few other examples. So these carrots are so fun. I showed you how they can be grass. Check out this idea. You can turn the carrots upside down and they can turn into trees. I saw this from another demonstrator, Michaela Tithridge, and I thought it was cute. I just used my soft suede Stampin' Write marker to draw the little tree trunks, but you can turn them into trees. Then I saw Rose Coleman make them into hearts. How cute is that? You kind of overlap the two carrots. So I did a big one and a small one. I haven't put them on a card yet, but stay tuned because I have an idea for these. But how fun is that? And you can use the sentiment love you or love you a bunch. I think that would be great. And then this I just wanted to show you. I had leaves on the top of this when I showed my sample the other day. But my leaves were kind of stuck behind the carrots and I didn't like how they looked. So I think when I put this on a card, I'm going to stamp them right on there and then put the carrots on. But I wanted to show you, this is two different colors. This is the pumpkin pie, and then this texture piece is Cajun Craze. And I really like how that looks. It is kind of like magic when you stamp like that, and it looks like you're such an artist, which you are, but it's not hard. I did try on my first card. I don't know if you can even see it on here. I don't think you can. I tried stamping that texture piece in pumpkin pie, and it just really didn't show up. If you stamped off first and made the carrot a lighter color, then you could use the same ink for both pieces, but it didn't really show if you used the same color full strength. So I have a couple of swap cards to show you. So this one you can kind of see, I love, love, love this card. One, because I love the rainbow carrots, and then you can see she did stamp off for her carrots, and then she stamped the texture full strength. And same with the leaves. Some are full strength and some are stamped off, but I love that. And you see how she used this. It was a little taller. She used the whole thing. And then this is the Dandy Designs paper that you can get for free during Sale-a-bration too, with a $100 purchase. So I love this card. This was designed by Megan Hurst. Love that one. And then this was the only other one I got as a swap. I think this one is really cute too. And if you notice, this little texture stamp in the background is part of the Thanks a Bunch set too. So that's pretty cool. This one was from Ann Heatner. Oh, and look at that. She even stamped the back with the little carrots. That is super cute. Okay, so thank you for watching today. Let's bring back in our bunny card. I hope you like this card. I hope that if you were not a big fan of the carrots before, maybe you like them a little bit better now. And I will see you again next week. Happy stamping. Bye.